For nearly 8 decades, the US dollar has reigned supreme as the global reserve currency and the primary medium of international trade. However, a growing number of nations, including Brazil, China, and Russia, are now striving to challenge its hegemony. Here is an insightful overview of de-dollarization, its objectives, and the strategies employed by countries seeking to diminish the dollar's dominance. De-dollarization refers to the concerted effort by countries to reduce their reliance on the US dollar, both as a reserve currency and in international transactions. Historically, the dollar's status was solidified by the Bretton Woods Agreement after World War II, giving the United States significant economic power. This authority enabled the U.S. to impose sanctions and restrict access to international payment systems, as seen in its response to Russia's actions in Ukraine. Leading the charge against the dollar are China and Russia, who have spearheaded various initiatives to challenge its dominance. China has actively promoted the use of its own currency, the yuan, for trade settlements in the Middle East, with the ambition of establishing the petro-yuan. Similarly, Russia has taken steps to reduce dollar reliance by prohibiting unfriendly nations from settling natural gas contracts in currencies other than the ruble. The BRICS countries, including China and Russia, have also expressed intentions to launch an alternative reserve currency to rival the dollar. While there is evidence of a gradual decrease in the dollar's weight in global foreign exchange reserves, the shift has been relatively modest. According to the International Monetary Fund, IMF, the dollar's share has decreased from 71% to 60% since the turn of the century. Recent developments, such as the Chinese yuan surpassing the euro as Brazil's second-largest currency in foreign reserves, have raised concerns about the dollar's status. However, the yuan still represents a small portion of global reserves, hindering its immediate potential to replace the dollar. Experts remain skeptical about the likelihood of a swift displacement of the dollar as the dominant global currency. Analysts, including those at Goldman Sachs, argue that the yuan faces significant obstacles due to its peg to the dollar and China's stringent currency management. Overcoming the requirements to become the leading global transaction currency is deemed challenging for the yuan. De-dollarization is an ongoing global trend, driven by a desire for economic autonomy and the pursuit of an alternative reserve currency. While countries like China and Russia actively seek to reduce their dependence on the dollar, the journey towards dethroning the greenback is likely to be a gradual and complex process. The future may witness a more diverse and multipolar currency landscape, but the ultimate demise of the US dollar as the dominant global reserve currency remains uncertain.